We got a problem. After my last video, many of you guys wanted to try the add-on Trade Skill Master. But this add-on is so damn complicated. I will explain everything. I will go over all my settings, I will give you my item list, and I will give you some tips. This video will be all that you need to make TSM work. My name is PKE or PK, and I love to help as much as I can, as efficient as possible. I will timestamp everything in the video, so feel free to skip forward to your specific question. Let's get started. Installation. Now, I made a video explaining how to install this add-on before, but in short, open CurseForge. Download the Trade Skill Master add-on on CurseForge. Next, go to the TSM website, you can find this in the description, and go to this download page and click on Download Now for Windows or Mac. This is needed for the add-on. The actual add-on from World of Warcraft uses this program to update prices of items. Next, if you're from Season of Discovery or Hardcore, you can ignore this step. If you're from Classic Era, I'm sorry, TSM does not work in Era. If you're from Wrath of the Lich King or Retail, then do the following step. Go to the TSM website and go to Realm Selection. Link also in the description. Once you are there, add the servers that you play on. I play on Season of Discovery, so we can skip this step. Next, your add-on is almost ready. Start World of Warcraft. Go in game. Type in chat /TSM or open TSM cogwheel on your minimap. You see the check mark on the top right? If it's red, then the program we downloaded earlier still has not received the database. This took 1 hour for me, so you might need to wait a little bit. Leave this program on. If you're from Retail or Wrath of the Lich King and it's still red after a whole day, go back to the Realm Selection website and make sure you selected your server. Once the check mark is green, your add-on is ready to go. There are two TSM windows. One is the auction house window and one is the TSM settings page. The auction house you can go in by clicking on TSM at the bottom of the auction house and go back to the normal auction house by clicking on WoW UI on the top right. The settings of TSM you can open by clicking on the cogwheel on the minimap or write /TSM in the chat. Let's start with the TSM Auction House tour. Here you can search items or search any item list that you got. For example, I will search my BOE list. The number next to the name means the amount that are posted. Click on the arrow on the left to see all the sellers of this item, and the rest should be easy to understand, except the percentage here to the right. I will now give you an example of what this means. Let's take this random item post as an example. Someone is posting this for 40 gold. The add-on says, oh, okay, this item is worth 100 gold. This item is at 40% of the price that I know, so I write 40%. Okay, so it's 60% cheaper. This is a really simple example, but yeah. Next, auctioning. This is where you sell stuff. Select items that you want to sell. Now, before it will post the item for sale, it shows you for how much it will be on the market. When you think the prices are correct, simply hit post. Next, Sniper. Now, this is the tool that I use 99% of the time. Any item list you got active in the sniper operation setting will constantly be scanned here. Now, if you got many item lists like me, then you probably want to filter out some lists. I will now show you how. Open TSM settings, click on operations, click on sniper operations. For me it says my interest, but I think it says default for you. Click on it. Now at the bottom you see all the item lists that your sniper focuses on. Simply click on add operation to group to add an item list, or click on the cross next to it to remove it. Let's say you only want to see items that are at least 30% on sale. I will now show you how you can do that. Let's go back to the TSM settings. Let's open the sniper operation settings again. Now on top it says 100% DB market. The DB stands for database. The database is the brain. It's a server somewhere that knows all the prices in the past 24 hours or something. So it doesn't update that frequently. Now, If you want your sniper to look at items that are 30% cheaper, then simply write 70% DB market. If you want to see items that are at least 40% cheaper, then write 60% DB market. That's it. Now let's leave it at 60% for now and go back to the sniper. Here we are. Now you will notice that there are still items that are 80, 90 or even 100%. If we look at the market price of this item, it is 36 gold. So 100% in the auction house means 40% cheaper. So our sniper rule 60% market is working like intended. Now you can make some really cool sniper rules, but right now the market is very unstable, so I don't really need to use one. But in 1 or 2 weeks, when the market is stable, I will make a really good sniper rule and post it in my Discord so anyone can use it. Hi, I am the manager here. Currently 1.8% of you guys are subscribed. Look at my employee. He is a hard worker. He wants to help you guys. He wants to help you make money. If you think his videos are helpful, please consider subscribing. By subbing, you will be the first one to see his gold guides and be ahead of the late watchers, if that's a word. Please subscribe to help this cat. Thank you. Are we back? Yes. Okay, let's continue. Next, auctions. The last TSM auction house tool. Here you can see all the items you got for sale. Yeah, that's it. I do like the cancelling page from the auctionator add-on more though. Okay, now we have talked about all the functions of TSM. Let's start with talking about the settings of TSM. The settings page of TSM. Dashboard. This is the welcome screen in TSM. On this screen you see how much money you have total from all your characters, and the items are ignored. Next, ledger. This is your history. Click on revenue to see how much your item sold for. When you click on an item, you see how much you bought them for and for how much they sold for, so you can kind of see the profits. For example, let's look at these pants. I bought them for 110 gold yesterday and sold them for 200 today. You can also use this page to check items you sell in bulk. 2 days ago I bought lots of shards. Let's click on the shard. You can now see that I sold 102 shards for an average of 2 gold and 71 cents. Now when I click on expenses and then go to the shard again, you see for how much I bought them for. It says average 2 gold and 70 silver. So I made 1 silver each profit on them. Yeah, it wasn't a good flip, but at least I didn't lose money. So that's the ledger tab, or I call it the history tab. Next, groups. These are your item lists. How do you get them and how do you make one yourself? I will first explain how to make groups, and if you're interested, I will, after explaining, show you how to get my groups. Go to TSM settings and click on groups. I like to make them categorized for each major update. In my case, phase 1 and 2. Eventually I will make one for phase 3. Alright, let's ignore the list that I already got and make a new one for phase 2. I will call it phase 2 example. Let's click on the plus sign and add a category, for example mining ores. Now we have an item list but no items yet. Every item in the game is in this list right here, called base group. Click on base group. Now search any item. We made a list for ores, so let's search some iron ore. Okay, we got iron ore here. Click on it. Go to the bottom of the window and click on select group. And then select the list that we just created, called mining ores. I'm now going to explain you how to make sublists. So let's go back to the mining ore example. I'm going to delete this one though and make a new one called blacksmithing. Now in this blacksmithing list, I want to make a list called ores and another one called bars. Let's now add a couple items into the blacksmithing list. So we go back to the base group I will search a couple items. I select blacksmithing, item. Let's also do gold ore, and then gold bar, and also an iron bar. Now we got a couple items in the blacksmithing list. When we click on the bars list, we get to see every item that is not yet in a sub list. So let's select the bars, since we are in the bars sub list. So let's click on bars, add item, and now we have the bars in the bars list. When I click on ores, you will notice that the bars are not visible anymore. This is because it is already in a list. So let's click on the ores and also add them here. Let's say you are sniping ores and bars. So your sniper setting looks like this. Go back to the bottom, you add ores and bars into the sniping list, and now you have ores and bars here. Now let's imagine that iron ore is worthless now. You can't flip it, it's way too cheap. Now what you can do is this, click on iron ore and then hold shift. You will see that the bottom text changes to move item. Click on move item. Now iron ore is back to the main list in blacksmithing. So when I click on bars, you will also be able to see iron ore. This means that iron ore is now out of the ores list. So when you run the sniper again, you will not see iron ore. You can simply click back on iron ore and press add whenever you are interested in it. Now if you just click on it and you don't press shift, I don't know why this is a thing, but anyways, when you just remove the item, now the iron ore is gone. It is also not in the blacksmithing list. So you have to go back to base group and search the item and then select the list and add it back into that list. There's way more steps, way more. Also don't forget to click move item. So now iron ore is back into the list and I can also add it back into the ores sublist. So by pressing on the iron ore and then pressing shift or holding shift, you can move around iron ore way easier. My item lists. I make many TSM item lists and I update them every day for efficient gold making. Here is how you can get my lists. Copy my TSM import string from the WoW list channel in Discord. TSM phase 2. Okay, let's copy that. Go back in game and open TSM settings. Click on groups. Click on this import icon and put in the text you copied from the Discord and boom. You got all my work in 5 seconds. Easy. Another reason to join the Discord. Join our Discord community with over 150 members already. In 1 week, by the way. What the hell? 150 members that want to make gold just like you. We share money making ideas, help each other out, and if you got any technical problems in TSM or whatever, we got a chat for that too. Find the Discord link in the description, join, and yeah, have fun. Also, like and comment this video. I will pick a random person out and give them 100 Season of Discovery gold. Any server, it doesn't matter. I will swap my gold to you. We already had a couple of winners. If you win, I will contact you on Discord. I will ask you like what server you play on, what's your character name, blah blah blah, you know, all that stuff. Good luck. Operations. Now, another word for operations is rule. Let's go to my sniper operations. Right now, I only have one rule. It's called my interest. It probably says default for you. Now, there are a couple rules here. Well, only 2. The maximum price and the groups. This is the maximum price that the sniper may scan. Currently, I got 100% DP market, so the sniper just scans everything. If you only want to see items that are 30% cheaper, then you have to write 70% DP market. In my example, I put bars and ores in my groups to look at. But what I like are the bags in phase 2 and the good BOEs in phase 2. Those are the only item list I want in my sniper. The other operations, I don't make use of. Settings. Now this is interesting. There's a lot of stuff here. At profiles, I made myself an extra profile just in case I want to save the default one. So I made one for sniper because that's kind of the only thing I do. That's all in this page. Let's go to tooltip settings. Now, when you hover over an item, you get information about that item. You can set these settings in this page. If you want to see in what group this item is, just click on it. Now on top of the item that I'm hovering over, it says the group. I'm going to remove it because I'm not interested, and as you can see, group is now gone. There are many different settings for this. I only have a couple that I'm interested in. Now the most important ones are market value and region market. And let's go back to the item. For this item it says the market value is 94 gold. But at the region market value it says that it's only 24 gold. This means that it's heavily overpriced on my server, probably won't sell for that price. This way you can check whether an item is overpriced or too cheap on your server. Quickly one more setting. Let's say you go to your sniper and you only want to see items that are 40% cheaper. Now, you don't want to pay attention, right? So go to settings and go to sniper. Now at the bottom here, you can select a sound to play whenever your sniper finds an item that is 40% cheaper. Just select any sound you want and easy. In case TSM is not working for you or if something is wrong, I will now go over all my settings so you can copy it and then it probably should be fixed. Oh, but by the way, if it's still broken, feel free to join Discord, tag me, call me, whatever, I will help you. Okay, let's go over all the settings now. Oh, by the way, I put this string in here. When the market is stable in Season of Discovery, I will make use of this string and then make a good sniper rule to filter out bad deals. But that will come in like 1 or 2 weeks. Okay, let's go. Three tips. Tip 1. By writing /TSM destroy in the chat, you will open a disenchanting screen of TSM. This will only work when you have multiple green items in your inventory. Just click on destroy and it will disenchant the items. Tip 2. The database updates pretty slow, and if the market is unstable, you might see very cheap percentages, but in reality these items are just going down in price really fast. So when the market is unstable, be careful when buying items. Tip 3. It takes a couple of days of studying to remember all the prices and know what items are good to flip. I definitely did not make money on the first day, so take your time to learn about the market. If TSM still doesn't work, or if you have any questions, please join the Discord and ask us anything. I really hope this video was helpful. If you learned something about TSM, please give the video a like. If you want to see more guides in the future, especially about money making, then feel free to sub. In the background you see the early supporters of this channel. I will keep adding people till it becomes unreadable. Sub if you want to see more, like and comment to also enter the 100 gold Season of Discovery giveaway, and thank you for watching.